Hello, welcome back to Japan After Dark.
I'm David.
I'm Alex.
And this week, Mikan.
Today we are going to pay a tribute to Ehime Prefecture, which is famous for Mikan.
Alex, do you want to explain a bit about Mikan? What is Mikan?
Sure, Mikan is a type of Mandarin orange, I guess. Yeah, native to... Is it native to Shikoku?
Not native, but I think it's mainly cultivated in Shikoku. Shikoku is very famous for... Well, this part of Shikoku is very famous for citrus fruits. So in Ehime Prefecture, where we live, we produce a lot of Mikan, or tangerines, or Satsumas. I think Ehime is the number one producer of Mikan in Japan.
Right, yes. I believe second biggest producer of Mikan is Wakayama Prefecture, which is kind of just south of Osaka.
So Alex, do you know how many tons of Mikan we produce every year in Ehime?
200,000 tons.
200,000 tons.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that weight. So
that's a lot of fruit.
I believe there are over 40 varieties of Mikan in Ehime.
Yeah, so for the uneducated, you might think that Mikan is Mikan, but depending on what region you're in, also the season, different types of Mikan are more or less popular. And they vary by size, by flavor. Some are more sweet, some are more, would you say, bitter?
Some are more bitter, for sure, yeah.
Some are more juicy, some are more pulpy, I guess.
I think some of the famous varieties are the Unshu Mikan, which I think is produced around March time.
Okay.
And Benni Madonna is also a very famous Mikan.
Yeah.
That one, I think, is produced, cultivated from something like November, December, January, so that's a winter variety. And there's another one called Kanpei. I don't know much about it, but I think they charge up to $10 for one.
That's crazy expensive, man.
It's 1,000 yen for one orange. Yeah.
And there's another type called Iyo-kan. So Iyo is the old name for Ehime. Before it was called Ehime Prefecture. Now it's the name of a city inside of Ehime Prefecture, but we still have the Iyo-kan. So another
also
type of
our local transport company is called Iotetsu.
That's right, yes. Yeah, Iotetsu is the name of the old rail company. Also the bank, Iyo Bank.
Iyo Bank, yeah. It's pretty interesting that we use historical names for like modern things. Yeah. Do you eat a lot of Mikan, tangerines in Ehime?
Usually I eat them when I receive them as a gift. Many people in Ehime will say that people from Ehime, they don't often buy Mikan. They often receive them as gifts from other people who, for example, have family that have like a Mikan orchard or something. So it's a very popular gift to give and to receive.
Yeah, there are lots of interesting like souvenirs as well. And so not just the oranges themselves, there are also lots of cakes, sweets, flavoured things, juices, even alcoholic things. So on this episode, we're hoping to share some of them with you. Not all of them are from Ehime, so the focus of this week is Mikan. But of course, most of them are from Ehime, Yeah,
it's kind of an important aspect of Ehime Prefecture. It's really seeped itself into the culture here in some strange way. 日本の皆さん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
今日のトピックは愛媛県のみかんです。
みかんが好きですか？私たちは愛媛に暮らしているからみかんを紹介しましょう。よ
ろしくお願いします。
Today we have two pretty unique items I found in the Dogo area of Satsuma. The first one we're going to try is a Mikan Ramen. It's instant ramen. It came with a block of instant noodles and some kind of orange soup.
Yeah, that should be the interesting part. Like, the noodles look like your typical instant ramen. Not cup noodle style, but the type you throw into like a pot and boil.
Yeah, like a pack. It seems very simple. It just came with two things, so the noodles and the soup. The soup was not powdered, it was a liquid that you pour into the water. So you measure the water out and then you add the soup at the end.
Yeah, and that's pretty atypical. Typically, the seasoning for these tend to be more like a powder.
Often the packet ones have like an actual liquid soup.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, this one was a liquid. It looked kind of like I was pouring orange juice into the soup, into the water. It's a little orange, not so orange.
It has a tinge of orange to it.
Yeah.
In fact, well, I guess everything does that we're talking about today. But, so David, what are you expecting this to taste like?
I have no idea. I guess it's gonna have a little orange taste. I imagine it will have some kind of fish broth or something. Fish dashi. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Well, I really have no expectations for this. So
I'm expecting a very, very light citrusy flavor with some saltiness.
A gimmicky kind of thing.
Like a what?
Like a gimmicky kind of noodle. Or...
Not necessarily gimmicky.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this is kind of a gimmicky product.
Sure.
This is mostly being purchased by tourists or people, buying omiyage or souvenirs for other people. I'm expecting something, with like a tinge of Mikan flavor, but not something too overbearing that would put people off.
Looks a little oily, like there's some oil in the liquid that I added as well. So
yeah, let's go for it.
This one has no other toppings, so there's no meat, there's no vegetable. It's just pure noodle and soup on this one.
Pure noodle.
So pretty simple. Yeah. Okay, try the soup out first. See what it's going to be like. So
okay.
Very light. Yeah.
It is.
It's oiliness on my mouth.
So I was imagining a very, very light Mikan flavor, but this is lighter than I imagined. It's almost non-existent.
It has some other flavour, like a dashi flavour, like a Japanese dashi.
I'm getting a slight fishy flavor.
Fishy, yeah. Salty fishiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not overbearing, but it's there.
Okay.
Now let's try the noodles.
Itadakimasu. Noodles okay. Pretty typical.
Yeah, typical instant noodles. I would say slightly better than the cup noodle type.
Yeah.
You can get.
Slightly better quality.
And again, the broth is quite oily.
It is, yeah.
You can see the oil like glimmering. Yeah, the Mikan taste is extremely light. If I didn't know, I probably wouldn't even guess that this was a Mikan product at all.
Only the colour suggests Mikan. It is a little orange.
Yes, that is true.
But I'm wondering if that's just colouring, not Mikan.
There's a possibility that it could just be like branding on the box.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
And they added the colour to call it Mikhan Ramen.
Okay, so we've resurrected the package. Here we go. On the cover we have the mascot Mikan, who we will talk about more later. He's holding Thai. Right?
Oh.
That's Thai, right? So like a red sea bream.
Here's the colour for Thai. And here's the kanji for Thai, and here's the kanji for oil.
So it's supposed to have like an oily Thai flavor to it. Hence like the fishy flavor. Are you a fan of Thai? Do you like Thai?
I like Thai. I like Thai meshi, which is a very famous dish in Satsuma.
I love Thai.
Here's the Thai over here. It's this fish on this packet.
And in real life too, it's an extremely red fish. Like blindingly red. Okay, so let's check the ingredients. It very well could be that they're just using Mikyan. If you look carefully, the hiragana here, this isn't Mikan, this is Mikyan. Mikyan is the name of the character.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really say anywhere. Well, it does. It actually does. It says Mikhan Ramen.
I think it's just the character's ramen. It's
Yeah.
not a Mikan flavor ramen.
Yeah, okay. They got us. This is ramen produced by Mr. Mikyan. Yeah.
It's cool, that's still orange in colour. The soup is orange, so
Holy moly, you're right, it is. Yours is way more orange than mine.
it is, yeah.
Guess you got more.
I added about the same broth.
You got more Mikyan juice in you. I think this is mainly a Thai flavored instant ramen. If you were to give this a rating between 1 and 5 for, let's say, other instant ramens.
No gimmick aside, I actually like the broth. The broth is actually quite nice. I wish there was some like toppings or something on it, just to elevate it a little bit. It's a little simple.
It is kind of plain, yeah.
So to elevate it, you might want to add your own toppings to this. Maybe some pieces like grilled fish on top would be good, or some scallions or something like that.
Nope.
Packaging is cool. 2.5.
Okay. I'll give it a 2.
It's too simple for you, I think.
It is very simple. Though I think this product would be more successful if instead of using the Mikyan character to advertise it, which might kind of throw some people off like us, maybe use more of a like Thai appeal on the packaging. Like obviously the Thai is here, but maybe take off Mikyan and make it more like Ehime Thai flavor or something.
That probably already exists in another packet. They've just like repackaged it to appeal to the mascot brand.
Yeah, if that's the case, then it makes sense. Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's okay.
It just tastes very run-of-the-mill for something that looks as interesting as it does on the package.
Yeah, the packaging is more interesting than the actual food.
I think in this case, we judged the book by its cover.
So the next thing we have is a Mikan Curry. Oh yeah, this curry looks pretty interesting. By proportion, the Mikan juice is pretty high on the ingredients list for this one. So
yeah, now this one is quite orange.
It's very orange. Yeah. It looks like a pumpkin curry or something.
Yeah, it looks closer to like a Thai curry to me than it does Japanese curry.
It's interesting you say that because on the ingredients it has coconut milk.
Oh wait, really?
It does.
Oh, I'm gonna love this one.
I think it's beef.
Okay.
It's a beef curry. So I can see beef in here. Usually Japanese curry has potato. So I'm guessing there might be potato.
Okay. I'm giving an ocular pack down, as they say. I'm not seeing any potato, but it's possible.
It might have melted into it, I think.
Okay.
It looks like it's been cooked quite a long time.
This curry came in a microwavable packet. One packet is 1 serving. And the rice we're using is like a little packet of microwavable rice.
Different to the taco rice though, there's a lot more in here than the taco rice we
Yeah.
reviewed in the Okinawa video last week. So
Yeah. This is more like a standard serving.
this could almost serve 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's a pretty small packet, but there's a lot in here. This was 500 yen, I think.
A little pricey, but this is kind
it's
of
a souvenir. Cheers.
Cheers.
It still has a Japanese curry taste.
It does.
Not a Thai curry taste.
But there's a Mikan flavor too.
Yeah.
And it doesn't...
It's not strong, but
It doesn't clash at all.
It's like a little Mikan, like orange bitterness.
It's a totally different flavor than your typical Japanese curry thrown in there. But it does work.
Not spicy at all. This is a little sweet.
A bit more than a little sweet. Oh man, that's delicious.
It's good.
Yeah. You got the curry roux. You got the beef. You have the Mikan.
Definitely some spices in here, like cumin or turmeric to me.
It kind of has the texture of like really soupy applesauce.
Like the onions there are onions in here,
Mm-hmm.
but they've completely like melted into the sauce,
Like caramelized.
like just dissolved into it.
This curry definitely, it breaks out of the gimmick category. Like this could be a legit product, like sold without that whole like Ehime prefecture aspect of it. Is this advertised as an Ehime prefecture product?
Yeah. It still has the Mikan character on it. I guess this makes more sense than the ramen because some Japanese curries use apples in them
Yeah.
to get sweetness.
Yeah, good point.
So adding oranges is not a crazy thing.
Yeah, this could stand by itself without the whole Ehime prefecture advertising push.
The packet curry section in the supermarkets are quite interesting in Japan. You sometimes come across really strange ones. There's a wasabi one. I haven't seen it recently, but it comes with it's like a regular beef curry, and it comes with like a little plastic pot of like wasabi sauce or something. Like you add it, it's supposedly ferociously wasabi. And you get some like spicy gimmick ones or like some regional beef ones like Kobe beef or something. So
And we should do a whole series just on different curries.
it'll be a long series. But yeah, if you're a fan of Japanese curry, please leave us a comment below. Any requests, I'd be happy to do it. Or just say, curry, yes please, something like that. Okay. Should we do a score for this one?
Yeah.
So, I like this. I think it's good.
Me
I
too.
think the Mikan works. It's not just a gimmick. It's bringing something to the taste as well. like the other one.
It graduates out of gimmick for me.
It's very easy to eat. It's not heavy, as you mentioned. Obviously, I like spicier curry, but as a sweet curry, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I tend to like more of the sweet curries.
Yeah. I think I'll go with a 4. This one.
4, okay. For me, a 4 is a little low.
Really?
I would go at least a 4.5.
You like the sweeter curries, though.
Yeah.
So.
There are better curries out there, so I don't want to give it too high of a rating. Let's say 4.5. 4.5 plus. Yeah, it's very delicious. I would recommend this. If you can find it online, and if you like curry, I totally recommend it.
Well, if you ever visit the Dogo area in Matsuyama, you can buy this in multiple souvenir shops.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find. They display it at the front of the store with the Mikan stuff. So
Yeah.
definitely give it a try.
Okay, and to finish off the episode today, we're gonna try a little Mikan cake snack.
I picked this up also in a part of Matsuyama, just in a souvenir shop. Actually by the seaside, we got this one.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it doesn't have any explanation on the packet at all. So it only has this character, Mikan. Do you know much about this mascot, this character?
The mysterious Mikyan. Well, I can tell you he is orange. He appears to have little ears made of leaves.
Yep.
Is he a cat?
Is he a fox?
Is he a mouse?
I think he's a dog.
A dog. Really?
Do you know why I think he's a dog?
Why is that?
Because his name is Mikan. And they made the name Mikan from Mikyan. Mi is me for Mikan, and Chan is wan, which is bark in Japanese.
Oh, it comes from Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know when his birthday is?
Yes, November 11th.
And what day is November 11th?
It has two different meanings. One, it's your wedding anniversary.
Okay.
And two, it's nationally in Japan, it's kind of jokingly called Poki Day. So if you write out January 11th, 11/11, it kind of looks like the snack Poki. Like, the little stick.
Yeah, the little snap.
Like,
yeah. Well, also 1-1 sounds like wan, which is bark in Japanese phonetics.
Yeah, it's kind of an onomatopoeia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's dog day as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a dog though, does he? So...
Do you know what day meat day is?
Meat day. It's 29.
Yeah. Niku no Hi.
Nikonohi. I know that because Lottery, I love that day. So.
Yeah.
Lottery is a hamburger chain in Japan. And on the 29th of every month, it's called Niku no Hi. Because 2 is ni, and 9 is ku.
Yeah.
Niku is the Japanese word for meat.
Yeah. So it's kind of Japanese wordplay.
Like Japanese like stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sound words and cute stuff like that. So.
I think some middle-aged dad got a nice raise at Loteria for coming up with that one.
Unfortunately for fish or sakana, there's no day. It's impossible to make the word.
Not yet.
I'm sure someone's thinking of that very hard right now. Yeah, so I bought this, I picked this snack up by the seaside in Ehime. It looks like a shortcake or something like that. We talked about Mikan's birthday, the character's birthday. We talked about why he's called Mikan. What's his job, Alex?
His job? Well, he is kind of the mascot for Ehime Prefecture.
He has an official title.
Okay. I don't know, this is just a guess. I guess the vibe I'm getting from him, the deputy governor for promoting smiles.
How did you know that?
Just a guess, dude.
That's literally his job.
That's just a guess.
That's a great guess. He's the deputy governor for promoting smiles. And what could be a more important job in times like these?
I know. Could you ask for a better job than that?
It's a great job.
I mean, he's like in a perpetual state of wanting to give somebody a hug, too.
Yeah.
He's always like...
Well, you shouldn't do that in this time, I think. But
right.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a bit much.
So yeah, many local products in Ehime use Mikyan to help like promote their items, to make it more appealing as omiyage, or appealing for tourists coming to visit Ehime Prefecture. You can find it on anything from like bottles of orange juice to little cake snacks like this to instant ramen.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
basically anything that you can think of. I remember several years ago when those little fidget spinners were popular in the arcade in Matsuyama. You could find Mikyan fidget spinners. They were like orange with like his face on it.
Fidget spinners?
Yeah.
Is that like a fan? What's that?
Fidget spinner? You don't know fidget spinner?
No.
I'm sure you know.
Okay.
They were popular several years ago, like in 2016, 2017. It's like that little like thing you hold like that and you spin it. It goes like in a circle. It's like on a ball bearing. No idea.
It's just a fan?
No, it's like a little like
Toy?
stress
Kids'
toy that
Kids' toy?
like exploded in popularity for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You notice there are little slices of Mikan
Yeah.
inside. It looks quite sticky.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of sugar's been used on this or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Quite a strong smell. That's nice.
Oh, it does smell good. Like very strong orange taste.
Yeah.
Orange smell.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going in.
Cheers.
Ooh, that's very nice.
It's good.
Yeah, with the little Mikan peel to it, it gives it a very like fresh, refreshing taste.
It's not just the orange on top's giving it orange taste. The whole thing is flavoured with orange. You can taste it all the way through the sponge.
And
Yeah,
there's cream in the middle.
like custard cream.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
If you like orange and cake, this is for you, I think.
Yeah. Even for little cake snacks in general, it's kind of hard to do better than this.
In England, we would say this is Moorish.
Moorish.
Moorish. You know that word?
I don't. What makes it Moorish?
It means it's sweet, buttery, and you want to eat like another one immediately.
Oh, like I want more?
Yeah.
Moorish.
Moorish.
I'd have to agree, yes.
Right.
Quite Moorish. The Mikan Curry as well is quite Moorish for me.
It is, yeah. That's true. Usually we use that word with like sweets though. Savoury things.
I see it.
Cookies and things like that. But you could expand it to other things.
I'm taking Moorish to new places today.
This is better than just like a gimmick souvenir or something. Like this is like a legit cake.
This would actually be a very good souvenir to give to friends or family, either overseas or even just in other prefectures.
I bought this in quite a cool like shop, like not a cheap shop. So it tastes like a really good cake that's been just packaged with the Mikan logo.
It kind of has everything.
It doesn't taste cheap or anything.
It tastes quite well made. It has like Mikan peel in it. It has the custard cream inside, the branding for Ehime Mikan.
They could probably smarten up the box a bit, like take it out of this like cheap white plastic thing.
Yeah,
put it in like a nicer box or something.
Packaging was pretty basic, just this plastic tray in a clear plastic.
There's nothing about what it is. There's no labeling or anything. Like, it's obviously a cake,
but in a way,
do you like the simple?
Would you not consider that kind of like endearing? Like it's very like locally made.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Like I'm imagining like a team of like a couple people in some
couple of ladies knocking these out every day or something.
Yeah. Like meeting their quota of like 20 or something.
Yeah, it's charming.
Yeah.
It's the word I would give to it.
Yeah,
charming. Moorish and charming. I'm actually not a huge fan of orange with cake or orange with chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Like in England we have, in America do you have Terry's chocolate orange? Do you know what that is? It's like a ball of chocolate.
That like kind of comes apart like this, like in slices.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we have that.
You have that?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. It's too orangey for me. Like
I like it in moderation.
I find it a little sickly.
It's not something I could eat every day. I would give this a 4.5.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much for watching our Mikan episode of Japan After Dark.
Today's just part 1 of the Mikan episode, so we'll be releasing part 2, which will be the Mikan drinks video. Please tune into that on Sunday next week.
Yep.
And we hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more Mikan products reviewed, there are many in Ehime. So if we can find new ones for you, or you have any requests like Mikan chocolate, Mikan cookies, we can certainly do that.
Yeah. It's quite endless here.
It certainly is.
And it doesn't stop at food or drinks.
If you'd like us to even review the actual Mikan themselves, so the Benni Madonna or the Campe that we mentioned earlier, they're pretty pricey, but might be an interesting thing to compare them.
Yeah.
Can you taste the difference? Maybe do a blind tasting.
There definitely is a difference in a lot of them.
Yeah. But there are 40 varieties, so most of them we've never even tried before, I would imagine. So if you like this video, please give us a like.
And please subscribe.
And also, hit the bell notification.
Yes.
There's a bell, so if you want to get notified of the next video, please touch that.
Yeah, we do live streams too, so that can help you become notified when we are live.
Yeah, please check into the live stream every Sunday, 8 p.m. Japan time.
Okay. I'm Alex.
I'm David.
See you next time.
See you next time.